Okay, well, we'll watch that and other types of inflation as well. Let's square those Circle earnings out tomorrow morning now with Owen Lau from Oppenheimer. Owen, what do you have to believe about the future of this company to feel like you can buy it here, even around these earnings?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. I think you have to believe the huge disruption Circle and USDC can do in this market. There are a couple of areas that they can do. First one, cross-border payments. The second one, remittance. The third one, capital markets. The fourth one, consumer payments. Some of these TAM could take some years, maybe 3-4 years to materialize. But for the remittance and cross-border payment, it could become a reality in the near term.
So we just got some news last week, I believe, in the last few days about Remitly, the remittance technology company, also embracing USDC stablecoins. Why will Circle benefit in particular? How much of that benefit is there to go around inside the fintech space?
Yeah, this is one of a good examples that you see the further adoption of USDC in the cross-border payment space, right? So, I mean, the TAM is still pretty large in this space. Probably we are talking about like $1 trillion of TAM here. And I don't think Remitly it's just a one-off thing. There will be more and more partnerships with other companies and more companies, not just cross-border payment companies, but also traditional finance companies to adopt USDC to facilitate payment as well. So to me, the opportunity is here. It will just take time to build up this infrastructure going forward. I think that's the key thing.
So do you also like, Owen, do you like Coinbase here since they have a stake in Circle and obviously are in the stablecoin space as well? And perhaps just as interestingly, the fact that Wall Street seems to be opening its arms wide to Ether in this sort of new, and Ethereum in this new age of blockchain implementation.
Yeah, if I compare Coinbase and Circle valuation, Coinbase is trading at around 22 times 2026 EBITDA multiple. Circle is trading at about 57 times 2026 EBITDA multiple. So if you look at the valuation, it really sounds like Coinbase has more value here compared to Circle. So that's why we have an outperform rating on Coinbase. If you look at the stock performance going into the print, I think that's one of your questions. Actually, Coinbase also had a great momentum going into the print, but the stock kind of like crashed after the print because the expectation was quite high. And I'm not saying a Circle will have a bad performance tomorrow, but you can tell the expectation is quite high already, trading at 57 times EBITDA multiple going into the print. So I do think Coinbase set a pretty good precedent about how the stock would trade tomorrow, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. And just to go back to Ethereum, what are your thoughts on that, especially as we see companies like BitMine start to build out treasuries?
Yeah, I think there will be more and more treasury companies building on Ethereum. Like we have, I think, 100 Bitcoin treasury company already. For Ethereum, I think we may have like 3, 5, 10 only. There will be more and more companies coming up and buy Ethereum going forward. The good thing about Ethereum is there are more use cases built on Ethereum, and even USDC, right? They also build on Ethereum, and they can charge gas fee, which allow analysts to build a DCF model or look at the revenue to calculate or estimate intrinsic value of Ethereum. So from a calculation, from a fundamental standpoint, it actually has a better case compared to Bitcoin, in my opinion.
Okay. To clarify, you've got a market perform on Circle, so you like Coinbase better.
Correct.